All right, guys, welcome back to day number 2, Jesse's Supercar Garage Lambo build. You saw the old motor we took out, still sitting over there, junking it up. But we did source a very good, it's a used Lamborghini engine, but it was originally built by a high performance shop. And you can see there's some modifications done to the motor. What we did is we took it all apart and we wanted to inspect it to make sure that, well, since it was a used motor, we didn't want to have a hole in the side of it or anything along those lines. You know, it doesn't take very long just to pull it apart and take a look at it. So everything looks very good. So we're gonna set it back up over here on this engine stand, and Jesse's gonna start to reassemble his own motor. Give us about a few minutes and we're gonna get this on here. Pardon the struggle, it's pretty heavy. So that's why the three of us are sitting here, all right? All right, now that we've got the engine on the stand, now this is a great $129 stand from Harbor Freight. It's gonna get the job done and allow Jesse to have some mobility when he's putting the block back together. So he'll go ahead and show you kind of what it does. You pull this pin out right here, and there you go.
Pretty simple. The engine stand allows you to turn again. Or once I can go all the way around, but we're not gonna do that right now. Put the pin back in.
And it becomes stationary. So it's really heavy. There we go. So we're gonna start to put the engine back together. Heads are gonna go on, basically all the gaskets and all the fittings and everything. And we're gonna get the transmission on. And then this motor is gonna go back in the car. Now take a walk over here with the car with me and we'll check it out. It's almost starting to look normal again. We've got all the frame pieces are in. Jesus got the fenders on earlier today, and now the bumper's about to go in. So we've got a few bolts left to get the bumper there. And you know, unfortunately, I didn't notice until, I don't know, maybe like last week, we didn't have an AC compressor. I don't think you need AC, Jesse.
No. We definitely need AC.
You only live in Vegas, bro. It's not that hot.
I know, it's crazy, right? But no, AC is a must.
What would you like to know how much the AC compressor costs?
Remember, royalty has no interest financing.
Not the AC compressor, AC condenser.
Condenser, I'm so sorry. AC compressor, we have AC condenser. I got those confused. Please, guys, enjoy flaming me on the comments. All my mechanical knowledge is always reiterated that way. But anyways, AC condenser on this car is only $495. So I think we can get one of those.
It's like $12 a month if you do it for like 3 years.
90 days. No, we got the
90 days.
no
You're right.
interest.
You're right.
Yeah. All right, cool. So we're gonna get back to building the engine, and then hopefully by the end of the day, we can get the engine kind of already started to get back in the car. And you see some turbo kit parts over there. We've got the intake manifold. I want to get all this cleaned up and ready to go by, I think it's about 2:30 right now, about 5 o'clock. So give us a couple hours and we're gonna put this engine together.
First process, I got the driver's side head. As you can look, everything's already been taped off. I got all the parts laying over here. Just gotta be careful when I do this kind of stuff over here. So we already have ARP headsets right here, which is a great upgrade that came with the Agera, so I'm happy with that. So we'll put this on real quick. Oh yeah, brand new head gaskets, just so everybody knows. OEM Lamborghini head gaskets. Slide this on. Cool. There is silicone on here. I forgot to clean it, so I'm gonna have to clean it right now myself. But they don't use like a valve cover gasket or anything on here, so we'll clean this all up, put some nice bead of silicone around it, put everything's back on. Heads are finally on. Got all the glue cleaned off, and we could thank Mario for that because Mario did a really good job cleaning all this.
Mario did something car related?
He did. He did really good too, but it said his fingers are tired now.
Hold on.
You don't have to get it.
Look at that! Look at that! Look at that!
Okay.
I've got
with my
arthritis.
fingernails.
Don't be nitpicking.
Come
okay?
on.
The glue will fix it. We're gonna put glue back over it anyways.
All right, we're putting more glue on it.
We got ARP head studs right here. You guys look over here. I already put them all down snug. 1, 1, 1. We're gonna torque it down 30, 50, and then 70. And we got patterns we're gonna follow from the book.
All right, so Jesse, after you torque the heads down, what else are we missing here? Because there's like some chains that aren't hooked up over here. It doesn't look complete. I don't think we can put this in the Lambo yet.
Not yet, not yet. So we got cams that go over here. Okay, we got the timing chain guides here.
What do the cams do?
The cams rotate as the car is spinning with the crank, and then it opens
the valves.
And you got
lets
lifters, air
in, that the spark plugs light on fire, and it explodes, and it pushes the piston down. Just want to I kind of want, like, I know just a little bit about cars. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to share my knowledge with the people. You know what I'm saying? So that maybe they can know just a little bit more about cars too.
But, you know.
I was really directing it towards Mario.
But he doesn't know the difference between left-hand and right-hand drive.
True.
It's because when you're looking at the car this way, it's left-hand drive. When you're looking at the car this way, it's left-hand drive. You know, it's perspective. And I know in the UK they use right-hand drive cars
That's still
because
the same thing what you just said.
No, it's not. If you look at the car from the back, it's left-hand drive, right? And if you look at the car from the front,
it's right-hand drive.
Right-hand drive would then be left-hand drive. So which way do you look at the car?
When you're
The
inside
side
the car.
of the steering wheel.
When you're looking out the window, that's the idea.
If
all
you
right?
go to the steering wheel.
It was a test, okay,
Always-
for Mario earlier today. I was ordering parts, and it was a test, okay?
Got
so
it,
please
got it.
enjoy, guys. Flame me in the comments for the left-hand, right-hand drive, all right? I like to always rebuttal, you know? I read all the comments, and so
He does.
I enjoy arguing with you guys sometimes. They always ask me like what I'm doing, and I'm always sitting here like this, and I'm just arguing. So, anyways, let's get the cams on because it's actually only 4:30, so it's been 2 hours since our last update, and we got good progress.
Getting closer.
Good progress.
Cool.
It's like you start with this, right? That's the basic thing. You might have been in a casino, you've seen dealers shuffle like this, right? And then once you get fancier, you can do something like this, which is called Sybil. This is how cardistry started. It's 5 faces of Sybil. Then you can do a little bit fancier, which is, this is called cylinder. Then you can do something even fancier. This is called L cuts. It's called showing off. What else you can do? Card twirls. This is called Tetris.
That one's great.
And this is called the spring. Check this out. Ready? Let's do it one more time. 3, 2. Yeah. You can do shit like this too with cards.
Juggling with cards.
Guys, look, this half of the head is literally almost all put together. Now check out in here, we've got one pin to pull. This is one of the things that holds the timing guide so that once we pull this out, Jesse, do the honors. That side is now done. So the timing on this side is completely set. Now, we didn't show you this side because this is our first time doing this, and Jesse, well, he did an amazing job because honestly, I'm not as good as Jesse is with the patience part of this job here. So I had to leave him alone, and he got it done in how long?
Hour and a half total, I think.
Damn.
Problem is, you know, if you watch the other videos, I didn't really use torque wrench as much, right? But this is the cylinder head. There's a lot of important stuff that goes on in there, and you do need to torque everything down. So I had to literally torque every bolt and didn't have anybody talk to me, so I didn't get confused or get mixed up on what bolts I forgot to do.
Because one mistake with an internal piece of an engine, well, what happens is, and that actually happens a lot when you build engines for performance, is they explode because one little tiny thing that's off when the car makes 12, 13, 14, 1500 horsepower, it just takes the engine to the highest extreme, and the littlest things can make it glow. So,
Yep. So
this is the last little
Bob's
piece on this.
going on.
And we'll see, let's go right in here. We will seal the deal tonight. It's almost nearing 7 o'clock, so you know everybody's here today. All the cars are back, and tomorrow night is the Conor McGregor Khabib fight. So we want to get out of here because we're gonna have a typical fight party. Maybe we'll invite you guys too. So for now, we're taking a break, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Here's the camshaft cover. We're gonna put some sealant on there. There's no gasket or anything that goes on here, so we're just gonna use some sealant here. Just gotta make sure we don't put too much, but we gotta put enough on it. And we're gonna go through the grooves here, so we make sure it seals all the way up. It's gonna take a little bit of time to do this. Here's the camshaft covers here. I got all the glue. Check it out. I'm not the best, not perfect, but it'll get the job done. I'm gonna put these on real quick. Cool. These are all the bolts for the camshaft covers. I got Houston in here helping me out. You know, I didn't let him in the shop yesterday. So today I was like, yeah, you can come in and help me out. So he's in it. He's trying to get all he can get in here. So we're just gonna drop all these in.
To be clear, I'm working on my other car over there. Okay.
But he's still over here.
See, Lotus update coming soon, all right?
Okay, I'm gonna walk these bolts in, and no, I'm not gonna use this to torque everything down. I'm just gonna use it to kind of walk everything, close it up, and I'll eventually torque it down with a torque bar. This makes things a lot faster and easier. So I like to start from the inside, if you saw earlier. I started from here, then here, here, here to here, here. So vice versa, but you just gotta start from the middle. As you bring things down, they start to get closer and closer and closer. You never want to just go straight across, because if it doesn't go on flush, then we have a problem.
So what happens here is when he starts to press the cam, obviously some of the valves are open when, you know, at all times, because they fire independently, right? So the cam, the reason why this doesn't just go right on is because each lifter is in a different position. So when he's pushing this down, it's actually opening up some of the valves, and that's why it takes so long and so much patience, because you don't want them to be open unevenly or at an angle, because then obviously it wouldn't go on right. But it's hard for you to see in there, but you can see little springs, and these things are called rockers, and the cams turn, right? They just turn over so that it opens and closes the valve, right? So that's what the cam's doing. It is just the fuel that goes in there in the air. So that's why it kind of has to be done in this order, so that it doesn't really mess anything of this up.
Just finished torquing everything at 8.5 Newton meters. Now what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna do a quarter turn. So literally I'm gonna start at 3 o'clock and at 6 o'clock. And it gets pretty intense when you do this. Just don't get scared, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
Can I wash your windows for 25 bucks? How's it going? My name's Jason. I want to wash.
Dealing with crazy people here, man. What's going on?
This is why we lock the doors at all times.
I thought it would be a good idea to help him out. I mean, I was gonna give him the window washing job. The problem is if you do that, they'll never leak.
Yeah, they start coming around.
You know, and he needed to get on a bus to Utah, but he said it was a couple days from now. So for the next 3 days, he would have been washing the windows. You know.
I had to make sure I had my last two bolts before I go talk to him, because, you know, I didn't want to make a mistake and forget.
Yeah. All right, so I want you guys to take a look at something, because this is very unique to these extremely upgraded high horsepower Lamborghini engines. Take a look inside here. Now, Jesse, throw me that pipe that I just took out. This is the stock oil pipe. So now in a normal V10 5.0 block, this is the oil filter sits under the intake manifold. In this one here, this oil filter goes into the block, and the oil runs from the filter to the block. Now, what we've done is we've welded that off, and we've basically relocated the oil filter to inside the cabin. A, for two reasons. B, First of all, sorry, I'm coughing at the same time. So we've relocated the oil filter off of the engine for 2 reasons. The first, because it's very hard to change the oil filter in the car. You gotta take the manifold off, and it's kind of a, I don't know, it's kind of a poor design. But second, because if you come over here, we've got a 2-stage fuel injection system. So this is in the way of that oil filter so that the oil can't fit there with these fuel rails. So we've got 20 injectors on this engine, the stock 10 and the added 10 that's going into the intake manifold. It's for very, very high horsepower cars. So this car is getting a lot of work and a lot of attention because we want every single thing to be perfect. All right, so just like the head, when you put the studs in, when you put the cam covers in, now we're putting the valve cover gaskets, or the valve covers on, and you know, we just want to make sure all this stuff goes in the right way. So we're using the pattern. I've got to go get another bolt for that one. But you know, this is the finishing pieces of the basically what's called the long block of the engine, you know, and it looks pretty good. After this, I'm gonna pop in the coil packs, which I think are just right over there. Then I'm gonna put on the intake manifold. Jesse's working on getting the gaskets on for the, I guess the timing covers, and that's it.
A lot of work cleaning these covers for the camshaft. Got them all clean, put my last bead, last part of the head. The head will be assembled. I'm gonna do this real quick. Houston's working like a madman right now. He wants to really get this done.
Just want to let you guys know, have you not noticed that like the spark plugs are in, the head covers are in, the coil packs are in, you know, the rest of that's in, like all the knock sensors are in. While Jesse was cleaning the covers.
It was hard work, man.
Just saying, while he was cleaning the covers, I assembled half the engine.
the easy parts.
Oh.
Lift up a little bit.
That thing only weighs 70 pounds. Jeez.
Only.
I know why they made the new ones in plastic. You know, these are old school, you know, beautiful cast aluminum manifolds, and they're heavy, but I can understand how they save weight because, you know, for 600 horsepower in the new 5.2s, you don't need anything more than the plastic one. But when you go up to 1500 horsepower, you definitely need to have stronger materials, and that's why for the twin turbo Huracans, they make the manifolds out of billet so that they can hold all that power, which is really cool because, you know, engineering for the aftermarket places has come a long way since, I don't know, even a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Nothing's even really was billet. I mean, if you had a billet block.
Back in the day, you had a billet block, you're the man.
You know,
I mean, even now you're the man, but you were like.
You know where they used billet blocks back in the day? Is I was talking to Rod, and they've been using billet blocks for years for NHRA drag racing.
Yeah.
And he was like, I've been using billet. It was funny because I was talking about how cool like our billet blocks were. He's like, I went 340 miles an hour 10 years ago in a billet block. I was like, dang.
Rob was the man back in the day.
He was one of the fastest dragsters ever. Hot Rod Fuller. He's one of my friends. Guys, check this out. The heads, the manifold, the oil lines, most of the fuel system, the rails, injectors, coil packs, spark plugs, flywheel has all been installed. But tonight's a pretty special night. Tonight is the UFC Conor McGregor versus Khabib. We are not missing that. I am throwing an awesome party over there. So we are gonna end working on this car today because we're gonna go watch that fight. But I'm gonna invite you guys along with me, and you guys can come check out the house and see how we do things as a royalty family. So let's roll. All right, guys, welcome to my house. This is just like our car garage. It's always under construction, so please mind the mess. But me and my wife got this place about a year ago, and we've been kind of renovating ever since. We have a new staircase now. I've got a non-working water fountain. And if you follow me out to the backyard, you'll see where the epic event is going on tonight.
Wait for it. Big screen TV.
This beautiful area right here, as you guys have seen in the Lamborghini Graveyard, is a workstation. Got a nice little fire pit on the outside over there. Look, super official. Check this out. See, we got rice, we got beans, we got tortillas. We're about to throw the meat on the grill. Jesse's like master griller. All right.
We're letting Houston break in the grill today.
But every once in a while, I get to handle business.
Lamborghini Graveyard.
Yeah, so everybody's pretty stoked about my grill. My wife gave my other one away, unfortunately. So
you told me I could. You said it was trash.
we must have got that lines crossed or something like that. But
You're probably thinking about something else.
Yeah.
You're thinking about something else.
As always.
You know that? And then be like, "Psych."
all right, just kidding. Let me tell you something, guys. Because my confidence level to cook for this many people is a 7 right now. All right, and in order for me to cook for this many people, I need to be at least an 8. And I'm not there. So I got the extra point from Jesse with the supervision, all right? And he's only 1 beer in right now. Once the sake comes out, well, you know,
We're gonna have a better time.
you know, I had a really good idea. You guys live in the comments below. Let me know if this is actually a good idea, because I was thinking about like once a week doing a special where we get drunk and we review one of my cars in a closed parking lot where we can't get injured, no one else is around.
All
But
private.
like every sake shot in, that I think the review would get better. If I'm an idiot, let me know I'm an idiot, but let me know if that's actually gonna be really fun.
Can I drop something in there?
Yeah.
You know when you bought the Rolls Royce? You did that whole thing drunk?
Yeah,
Just-
I'm telling you, if you guys
Just
go
a PSA
back,
for you guys.
go back in the vlogs, browse the channel to where we had extremely
Sake.
expensive car buy, right? It was like California shop, and we bought the Rolls Royce Ghost. And check out the parking garage where I went down after me and Mario had 2 bottles of sake, and we explained the beautiful Ghost that we got. And every second in just
better.
kept getting better and better and better.
Even when we went to Nobu, there's a lot of comments were telling us like, dude, give these guys some alcohol. They're totally different people.
Yeah. So a lot can change, you know, for opinions. And well, I mean, comedy. That's a one part right
Comedy's a
there.
good one,
Comedy's a
yeah.
good one. So we're gonna finish cooking this, and we're gonna eat, and then we're gonna watch this fight. But enjoy the house, enjoy the ambiance, and enjoy our friends. You guys, this is gonna end my part of the video, and we're gonna bring the sake out. So please, we're taking a vacation. We're heading to Italy, and we're not gonna be able to upload the content we're putting out right now. So we're getting the most done possible. The engine's gonna try to get in that Lambo. We're gonna try to get the Lotus about 99%. But if we don't, we'll be back in 2 weeks. All right, guys? Smash the subscribe button on the way out. Give us a thumbs up, please. And we'll see you guys next video.
Thank you guys, everybody, for showing up. I really appreciate it. You guys know I love you all. It's been Aiden and I for a really long time. Honestly, I haven't felt more at home than I do with all you guys. It's meant a lot. Everybody, Houston, Jesse, everybody, Denise, you guys make me feel, you know, like a real part of the family. And I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me. So thank you guys.
All right,
All right, bite the cake.
I need Joe Taco. This is a hard shell taco. I'm not that dumb. even know where to buy it.
Right here.
Now I got
Don't
one.
talk to
See, no, I'm not.
Just do it. Just do it.